Hi, and welcome to our tutorial for Google Classroom. I wanted to just briefly go over the expectations and requirements and locations of the items that the students will need to be able to access on a daily basis to be efficient and effective in their distance learning. So let's begin. When they enter the Google Classroom, by the way, there's this header up here, but in the top right, left corner, there are some codes to join this class. It's not closed yet, so I don't want to post that live. This will go onto our YouTube channel, and I don't want to announce that to the public, so I have avoided showing that on the screen. So this is the basically announcements or news feed in Google Classroom. It's called the stream. If the kids hover over these words, it takes them to those options of stream, classwork, people, and grades. On the left-hand side, they will see assignments that are upcoming. This is due tomorrow, which was an email to me to tell me about themselves. So the purpose of that assignment, I know I'm the teacher that assigned something before school started. This is a different year. I want the kids to be prepared. If they don't have it done by tomorrow when they begin in our 8 o'clock Zoom, I will be giving them time to complete that tomorrow. So no worries, but my hope was that would just give them an opportunity to find their Gmail and to understand how to send an email to me successfully. So it's not being graded, it's just simply a to-do. Okay, there are some other assignments. If I was to click here, they're posted, but I'll show you that in classwork in a little bit. I will always have a post for announcements. It'll probably be either right before class, or I will try to put it on the night before if possible. I do schedule them. It just makes it easier for me to post and make sure that they're posted at a specific time. First week is kind of rough. I can't say whether it'll be the night before or that morning because there are so many changes that take place. Always look to see when it was edited, because if they read it and then I edit it again, afterwards I might have missed something. So I try to only have one post. I clean this page up so it's not going to be a never-ending feed to scroll through. I will delete old posts. Students are allowed to comment on this if they have a question throughout the day, and I can respond to it. It may be a question that others have, so I refer students back to this page to check to see if someone may have the same question. I usually answer it, and then sometimes I will add that answer to that post so that the question isn't there anymore, but I've updated the initial post, the announcement, okay? That's just so that we keep that page clean and the kids don't have to look all over the place for things. Okay, the following day, it would end up getting deleted, okay? Mr. Baldwin and other staff, site staff, like our Avid coach and our TOSA, same person, is Miss Costello, and she sometimes posts on here as well. So you may see some other posts, and that is okay. I try to keep mine up at the top, but please scroll through the whole page. It's basically like a daily newsletter. Okay, so please make sure that that is being read by your child. If they would like to share that information with you, you are more than welcome to read those posts to stay connected. I know that is what is of most importance. While we're distance learning, everything is new and it's a challenge, and we need to work on this as a team. So that being said, I want to go over classwork. I'm not going to go over the people section because that's basically emails of students and parents and staff that are connected, and that's private information, so I'll skip that. Just FYI, parents, you do not have access to Google Classroom in this capacity. You basically get a summary of what the students' classwork is, the due dates, what's been missed, what is late, and what's been turned in. So please make sure that you join so that you can get those email updates. You can choose the frequency, but it's really important that you know what is going on so you can help your child stay on top of things. Grades are, of course, grades, so they would be able to see what their grades are. It just shows me who's turned things in and who has not, and the whole total of assignments. Some things are graded and some are not. In classwork, I wanted to show you this because this is basically where they'll find their work. Okay, no matter what we do, anything that's graded is going to be assigned in here. Okay, so on the side is a table of contents that are hyperlinked, and then we'll take you to a direct page that will only have that topic on it. Okay, if they ever want to go back, they just click on all topics. Okay, but on the main page, on the all topics page, you have all the topics. Underneath each of the titles you're going to see anything that relates to that. So we have a team locker, which is basically like a class filing cabinet, a digital filing cabinet, and I will be putting posts in there of documents and things that the kids can refer back to throughout the year, okay, whether we're in class or not. So they're just basically materials. They'll be in the locker. Okay, schedule is our class schedule. I have created a simplified version of the school calendar so the kids can make a little bit more sense of it. And I'll be going over that with the kids tomorrow, but I did do a video. It is on our YouTube channel if you would like to watch it. And I'm trying to keep the time down to this video, so I don't want to go through everything too much in detail. Lesson plans, these are also on our website, and so they're a very simplified version of what our daily assignments will be. Okay, so I've broken it down but mostly into reading and math because the science and social studies and whatnot will all be integrated into those subjects. So for right now, this is just updated for the first day of school. I'll be adding the others shortly. Okay, then let's look down here. We have week 1. This is all of the assignments for week 1, and all of these things are geared right now towards getting to know the kids and the kids getting to know me. So if they do it, I do it. Okay, so you'll see the All About Me email is here. Some of them turned it in and some of them have not. One of the things I see done frequently is they do the work, but because it wasn't an assignment that they did within this Google Classroom, they can't just click a button and submit it. So basically they have to go into their Gmail, send me the email, but then they have to come back to this classwork page and they have to click turn in. They have to come to this assignment and click the button that says mark as done. So really, really important, because right now, some of them may have turned them in. They may have emailed me, but they didn't come back to Google Classroom and open this assignment. And this is the teacher view. In their view, it'll say mark as done or turn in. Okay, sometimes they have both options, mark as done or turn in. So please make sure when you look at their grades or you get the summary, you can look at their grades by having them show you. It'll show all their assignments and what they've turned in, what they haven't. Even if they tell you they've turned it in, that does not mean they've turned it in. They might have done the work, but they didn't actually click the button that says turn it in. So please make sure that they're doing that. It'll show you in grades if they've actually turned it in. Right now I have 6 out of 7, or 6 out of, 6 have turned it in, and it says 17 are assigned, but it's actually the total of 17 and 6. So we have 23 people in the classroom. So currently 6 have turned them in. Okay. So let's scroll down. So we have the one pager. That's something we'll be doing in our Zoom tomorrow, and we have a family virtual locker. That was just to incorporate learning more about your family, not just about your child, and it's just another fun way of me getting to know them, and they can add more detail than in their one pager. It's slightly different, but it also expands into learning about their family, because I think getting to know the family dynamic is really important, because it really gives me an insight into your child. We also have what were you supposed to do in order to, and I'll put it up here, it says what we're supposed to do in order to prepare for back to school on Wednesday morning. And it says, hint, look back into the stream for the welcome back to school announcement, copy and paste the announcement from the stream. It's simple copy, paste. That's all they needed to do. So if they turned it in, they simply copy and paste it. Now they should have read it, but this is just another check and balance for me to know that they know where to find that information. That is what they need to do to prepare. Okay, so those are their assignments, and most of them are due on Friday, which is at the end of the week. The only one that's due by the end of tomorrow is the All About Me email. So if they don't by chance get it done by Wednesday morning, then they will have time tomorrow. I will give them time. Okay, but it is due tomorrow. If it is not turned in tomorrow, it's considered late. Okay. I will still love to receive them, but the purpose is I need them to use their Gmail and show me they know how to use it. So if they come to class tomorrow and they haven't turned it in, I will be highly encouraging them to get it turned in. I'm going to be breaking down week 2 and so on's lessons into subjects of ELA and math. That's just to keep it organized, and there is nothing posted in there as of yet, but it will be broken down by week. Okay, and this is just, you can see the icon here, that is materials, and this icon up here is the actual assignment. So the icons look different. So if you see something that looks like this, it's a material icon. It means I'm going to add things for the kids to either read information, and there will be attachments or links to documents or videos and things like that. But if it's an assignment, that is something that they have to complete. Okay. And so that'll be broken down into weeks and then by subject. Okay, so just this first week is going to be different because it's back to school. It's 3 days. We're not getting into our curriculum specifically. It's basically connecting, going over technology tools, answering questions, getting to know the kids and expectations, things like that. Okay, so that's pretty much the gist of it. But like I said, these are the topics on the left. This is in the classwork tab, which is where they get their materials and assignments. Stream is where they basically get their daily newsletters. Super important for them to read it, and they should probably read it before they join or while they're waiting for the meeting to start for our 8 o'clock Zoom every day, okay, every school day. Grades are where they can always check their grades. I'm not going to be grading daily. That I will be setting times where I grade, and so it won't be updated on a daily basis. Okay, so like for instance, I've assigned the email as an assignment, but those that have turned it in, I'm not going to be looking at those until I check to see that they've all been turned in. Okay, so I'm going to look at them all at the same time. It's just more efficient than me going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth to see who's turned them in and what they say. I do take a note of who has turned them in, so I am taking note of that informally, but I'm not going to look over them to check them over, whether it be that assignment or others, until the due date. Okay, so that is pretty much the tutorial. So if you have any questions about Google Classroom, please send them my way. You can send it to me on ClassDojo or through my email at tammy.tweeten@desertsands.us. I appreciate your time and energy that it took to follow along this video. And until we meet again, next tutorial, have a great day.